A weekly rally in Seoul demanding justice for the victims of Japan's wartime sexual slavery marked its 1400th edition today, with hundreds of activists gathering in front of the former Japanese embassy.
The protest came as Korea commemorates International Memorial Day for the so-called comfortwomen, and it also came on the eve of Korea's Liberation Day. Lee Min-sun starts us off.
Hundreds of people gathered at the weekly rally on Wednesday to call for Japan's sincere apology to the victims of wartime sexual slavery during World War II. This was the 1,400th weekly rally since they began 27 years ago. Despite all those efforts, the victims of Japan's wartime sexual slavery, often known as comfort women, still have not received a sincere apology and appropriate compensation from the Japanese government. Only 20 of the victims are still alive, and they are all very old, mostly in their 90s. This week's rally was held under the theme of backing the victims' voices and urging the Japanese government to hear them. In addition to August 15 being the eve of Korea's National Liberation Day, it's also the International Memorial Day for Comfort Women, designated by the Korean government last year. It marks the day when the late Kim Hak-sun, one of victims, made the first testimony in front of the public in 1991. This week's protest attracted a larger number of participants, partially because of the recent trade row with Japan. But the urge for justice and the correct recognition of historical atrocities is something that went beyond borders.
Japan should take the initiative to solve this issue, and Japanese people need to know the truth. The Korean victims didn't want to become comfort women for money, but the Japanese government is hiding the truth.
It's my first time participating at the rally because it's a school vacation. I was interested in the comfort woman issue. If we don't correct the issue now, the same problem will happen again. That's why we need to do this kind of movement.
During the 90-minute rally, participants made remarks to show their support and remember the courage of the victims to speak out. And the organizers shared a letter of solidarity from a North Korean group, which was delivered on Monday. To show global solidarity, similar rallies and events were held in 13 cities in Korea and 21 cities in 9 countries around the world, including the US, UK, New Zealand, Taiwan, and Japan. Lee Min-sun, Arirang News.